due to evolution. And we take on average 35,000 decisions based on the emotion. So as a retailer, if you're able to create a positive emotion, that's going to drive sales. Otherwise, they're going to leave you. And so talking about the next generation, I don't talk about millennials because for me it's outdated. We should have been discussing them 10 years ago. Today it's more about Gen Z, and they're getting older as well. And Gen Z, so mostly all the young people under 20, they want to have a positive impact in the world. They are the one protesting against climate change. That's not our generation, unfortunately. That's the young one who goes on the street and protests against that. And they don't trust Facebook. They don't think Facebook is a social media. They think it's a media, which is kind of scary somehow. And they'd rather be on Instagram and Snapchat and watch people play video games online, thanks to streaming. And so if you think that climate change is just a fraud or fake, there is a website in France named Sorry Children, where you can find the best excuse to tell your children that you haven't done anything to fight climate change. So this one saying just that climate change is just for hipster. So I thought this one was cool. And and Generation Z, they are very interesting, and they're the one who's driving consumption, especially in households. Nevertheless, they're highly connected, but they feel they are the loneliest generation because they interact with humans through screens. And they ran a study in the US saying that that's the generation with the highest rate of depression and loneliness. And they made also a study at Penn State. They took two groups of students. The first group was able to access whenever they wanted social media, and the other one was limited to 10 minutes a day. And what they found out is that the group just having access 10 minutes, they were able to cut down by 50% the feel of loneliness. And loneliness is as dangerous as smoking cigarettes for your health. So I think here, there's an opportunity for retailers to use that as a marketing tool to bring back people together, to interact with each other. You know, digitization also is killing millennials, single millennials in the US. I don't know if you have seen this study, but single millennials have something like 50% less sex than they used to be. They used to have 15 years ago, just due to digitization. So there's a retailer, a small one in the US that puts a flag on the trolley, on the shopping cart, when you're single, saying you're single. So then you can meet people and you know, try to hook up or do whatever you want. But I think that it's funny and it's very interesting as well. And because there is some role to play as a retailer, as you're in the real world, to bring back people together. Not only sell products, but bring back people together. And Gen Z, for instance, 97% of them, they still want to go in stores. Most of them to buy online, but still want to go to store to have an experience. And while they play online video game, while they play streaming video games and chatting with friends, it's just recreating, you know, the gaming room that we used to go back in the 80s when I was very young, and stuff like that. They want to connect with everyone. About retail, so some of the retail I love, we talk a lot about frictionless retail, you know, the thing that with all sensors and cameras, you're able to pick up products, it's going to be charged on a mobile application, and then you don't have to go to the till, you're free to go. You even have trolley with cameras and sensors, so they're able to recognize the packaging and charge you directly on the tablet. If you want to leave the store without paying, you still have the red light and they block the wheel, so you look like them just at the entrance of the store. If you haven't paid. Amazon Go is getting bigger and bigger. They're launching many of them. There are 2 new ones in New York. But many cities now tell, and they have made regulations saying to Amazon that they have to take cash payment as well, not only mobile payments. So somehow killing the concept of Amazon Go being able to pay with mobile.